Normally when you see an exclamation mark over someone's head, you expect that you might be getting yourself an opportunity to take on a quest. Well, it turns out, after trying to possibly see what I would be getting myself into, that wasn't the case with Kester Ironheart. As it turns out, Mr. Kester here is actually part of a side challenge that a person can do that's known as sightseeing. That if you go to various places at specific times of the day, you can actually get an achievement for it, but you have to have done enough of those sightseeing spots to be able to get that achievement. So, since we got that out of the way and discovered that it had nothing pertaining to experience whatsoever, it's time for us to move on to getting back to business. And so with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Navora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So, last time, we were able to continue on taking on some of the various side challenges here at Tailfeather, as we helped to get a regular hunter an opportunity to set up a brand new set of traps, and also helped out some of the local hunters who were being attacked by a chocobo that had gone really feral. But now that it looks like everything has been cleaned out as far as quests are concerned here at Tailfeather, why don't we move on to Annx Trine, the other half of the settlements here in Dravania. So let's go over to Annx Trine, because there are a couple of people who do have quests there that we can take, and hey, if it gets us close to level 54, I'm all for it. So, because from previous experience I know for a fact that the people who do give us quests are higher up this tower here in Anyx Trine, we're going to go ahead and see what they would like us to do for them. And that means we'll be doing quite a bit of climbing. And I mean quite a bit of climbing. Because yeah, if you've seen my previous videos that were me trying to get up to where Solom All was, you know firsthand that this was not the nicest experience in the world. But by the looks of it, hopefully this is a dragon that's sleeping, it's not actually dead. Because I'd hate to think what Estenian might have done here. But it looks like the first quest we're going to get is from a dragon known as Escos. So let's go ahead and speak with them to take on the level 53 challenge entitled A Lesson in Humility. Escos looks upon you in wonder, curious of your potential. I sense a great power within you. Yes, you will make a suitable adversary. Oh great, we're already off on the wrong foot. Our younglings must learn the hardships of battle. You will find them just beyond the tower. Go, and hold nothing back. So we have to go speak with another dragon, Comgan. Yeah, I almost had another situation where it was something I couldn't pronounce. But yeah, we're gonna go back down to the bottom, and then when we do, we will go ahead and speak with the next wait a minute. Okay, it's in new territory for me. So yeah, I'm not doing the wrong thing here. At least I hope not. By going back down the tower. Because yeah, we're not going in the direction of Somal. But yeah, I do want to reset my Aetheryte home point over here to Anyx Trine. Now that we've done that, let's take my chocobo and head southwest. Because we want to speak with Comgan. Yeah, I almost had a bit of a situation there, like, it actually reminded me, trying to pronounce his name, of when I was doing my blind Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, when I was trying to successfully pronounce Gorkoron. And it took a few tries to actually do it, to the point where I was getting pretty frustrated with myself for not being able to do so. Alright, so let's take a turn to the left, and then begin to head into more uncharted territory, because by the looks of it, this area will be certainly interesting if we have a whole bunch of dragons that are being encouraged to get their butts kicked by an Azure Dragoon. Okay, so here's where they all are. A trio of young dragonlings. Alright, so it's Comgan, Comkur, and comb score. So let's stick with con. I don't understand. Mortals aren't fit to battle with dragons. Nevertheless, I will do as Father asks. Alright. Oh, what the? Okay, there's the purple circle. Let's go ahead and breach. And away we go. Yeah, I'm behind you. Wow, you're almost down already. And so next we comb score. How dare you do such a thing to Comgan! You may have beaten him, but your game's end here! Alright. Let's lock and load for our next challenger. And away we go. Well, he just only has more hit points than Comgan did. He doesn't seem to be putting in much more of a fight. So he's defeated. Next, Comcur. What trickery is this? I will not let you make a mockery of me and my brothers! Yeah, because, we went from the youngest to the middle child, and now we're gonna have to deal with the oldest one, Comcur. Into the skies we go. Alright, let's see if we can't finish you off here. And you're definitely stronger than your brothers, no question about that. That probably should not come as much of a surprise from the eldest child. But you were defeated. And so now with that, okay, so we don't have to speak to them again. We can just go back to Annx Trine. And so that we will do. Alright. Let's turn myself around and go through the tricky entrance. That can be cleverly hidden when you're walking around at night. Yeah, it doesn't help when rubble is in the way. That's never a good thing to occur. But yeah, we'll do the best we can to help out the various dragon residents of Anyx Trine with their challenges. And then once we are done with that, we'll go elsewhere. Alright. Escos? So the younglings have learned their place. Do not worry. My intention is not to foster ill relations, but to teach. The younglings grow too prideful, doubting the strength of men. But thanks to you, they now understand. And so with that, we get another 28,000 experience points, plus another Aether Current. And hey, Escos even has another challenge for us, so why don't we go ahead and take it? Level 53 challenge entitled, Back in the Game. Escos stares at you intently, a strange hunger burning in his eyes. Your fight with the younglings was impressive. I watched closely and your power intrigues me. Do battle with me, that the younglings may see more of proper battle. I am certain Comcur will observe and learn from our example. Let's hope you're right about that. So we gotta go back out of the tower. I'm curious, is there a way to leave... Is there a shortcut to leave the tower? Just putting this into my thought. It will not allow us to jump. Which is probably just as well. Alright, so since we can't jump out, we're just gonna have to run back down to the bottom of the tower. Oh well. Can't really do much about that. But we'll get it done right now. And so, back down the tower. Yeah, we're now gonna go from the legendary gate to the legendary stairs, because, yeah, we'll definitely be doing a lot of climbing up this massive tower here. And we'll have to cover a lot of distance doing it. Alright, and pop out. And go over there. So that we can leave Anyx Trine and make our way back to the 3 dragonling brothers, as it were. So let's make our way out of the confines of Anyx Trine and make our way to where those 3 dragon brothers are. Taking caution to avoid contact with the hippo surf because we don't want to necessarily fight this thing. Because it's a distraction, and distractions will not get me closer to achieving my goals. But I am down to about 65,000 points or so to get to the next level, so yeah, 3 more of these quests should be enough to put me over the top. But I still have Hippo Surf pursuing me. He's broken off pursuit. Alright. Hey there, Conker. Sorry about the beating I gave you earlier. I have never seen Father so excited. I pray you are ready. Oh! Yeah, he's just coming out right now. Let's summon my Chocobo quickly. Because I imagine I will need some help with this one. Triple threat? Or maybe not. Because, yeah, we're doing pretty good butt-kicking right now of XIV. Ooh, he comes with Toxic Breath, but he never gets it off. Okay, so I guess we gotta wait for him to disappear. Alright, yeah, there's the icon appearing. Yeah, we had to wait for XIV to be knocked out, then speak with Conker. To think you could even defeat our father! I'm sorry to have doubted your strength before. Will you take him this scale? He's likely returned to the tower to rest. Very well. So then, let's warp back to Anyx Trine. Yeah, putting up some good duels against dragons that want to test their mettle against the Azure Dragoon. I mean, in a way, I kind of feel honored. I mean, I'm not slaying them, I'm just giving them a duel that they feel that they can be proud of. And I can't really complain about that. But we do get to enjoy more fun going up and down these legendary stairs, because yeah, they'll certainly be getting quite a lot of face time and screen time now that we're moved on from Tailfeather's quests. Alright, so let's speak with XIV to complete this challenge. You fought well. I expected nothing less. And we are actually getting a scale. Ah, a scale from Conker. How thoughtful. The magic of our skills can grant healing. It seems our battle gave him cause to worry, but it was most invigorating. Clashing claw with steel, matching wits with a worthy opponent. It reminds me of days long past, dueling with knights for sport. The thrill of combat is not easily forgotten. And so with that, 28,000 more experience points, plus a choice of hex potions. Yeah, these things could possibly be very useful for someone like myself. I think in this situation, X potion of strength will be what I take. I never use items, if for no other reason that they only last for about 15 seconds, and when you're trying to do a battle, especially a prolonged battle like a boss duel, 15 seconds really does not accomplish much. So, since XIV has another challenge for us, let's go ahead and take it. A level 53 challenge entitled Where Dragons Lie. XIV seems greatly perturbed by something. Mourn. The final resting place for dragons is befouled by vermin. They must be removed. Tyrannosaurs, Vinegaroons, Circate. It matters not. Slay 5 of the beasts and call their numbers. Alright. So it doesn't matter how many of a specific enemy I kill, just as long as we get 5 in total. Oh, and all of a sudden we have an indomitable wyvern who's going to offer a challenge. Maybe we'll deal with you after we deal with S's challenge. Yeah, it's because I saw the icon appear, and that led me to think, ooh, there could be more to do. And, yep, indeed there is. Oops. Okay. So, looks like some of these monsters are going to be fate-based. So yeah, if I can take care of the fate-based enemies, it won't matter what I do with anything else. Because I'm not obliged to complete the fate here, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. I mean, hey, it will also give me good experience. And I can't really complain about having an opportunity to gain more experience. Good, look out! Alright, back to it. Yeah, I just wanted to give myself some more opportunities to strike down opponents. Alright, well, I will have some help here, which is good. Oh, who's that thing advancing on? Oh, okay. Don't worry, I'll give you a hand. But I don't think I'm gonna get credit for that one. No. But hey, if we complete the fate, that gets us ever closer to getting the last bit of experience we need to get to level 54. Down it goes. Alright, we do receive credit for that kill. Alright, who's next? Whoa, look out. Alright, so that challenge is completed. It's a good thing this fate showed up that would allow us the opportunity to get a chance to kill the available enemies. And it looks like the Tyrannosaur here is giving Christus Reign a hard time. So let's go ahead and deal with it. Dead. Alright, who's next? Alright, I'll go ahead and take care of another one just so that we're expanding our grounds and killing more enemies at once. Oh, look out! We've almost got this challenge completed. In fact, it is now over. Oh, and that was enough to put me over the top to get myself to experience level 54. Nice. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just finish this stuff anyway. But yeah, how fortuitous was that? Alright, back to the south to meet with XIV. We have more good news to give to the man. And my HP is now over 7,700. Ugh, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to complete XIV's challenge here, but then I want to see if I can go, if he has any more, and if he doesn't, I want to see what this Indomitable Wyvern wants me to do. Alright, XIV. Thank you for your work. The vermin have begun to rally, that they would answer the calls to war. But Morn is a place of resting. They cannot be allowed to besmirch those hallowed halls. And so that's another 20,000 experience completed, and we're done with XIV. So, I want to see what this Indomitable Wyvern has in store for us. I'm curious. So, this Indomitable Wyvern has a level 53 challenge entitled Blunders in Dragon Sitting. This Indomitable Wyvern is beside himself with panic over something lost. A mortal! Will you help me? My sibling has disappeared without a trace. He is still young and inclined to wander. Please find him before he meets with trouble. I suspect he is lost in the Cavern of Morn. Well, let's see if we can help you out. Search Morn for the land-bound dragonling. Right, away we go! Away we go to the north. So we'll see what we can do to help more people. Well, in this case, more dragons. That could have been disastrous. Okay, so weaving our way through all these various enemies. Most of which we didn't have to fight, thankfully, because that fate was available. But yeah, the fire sprites are docile, they're not going to bother me. And hopefully the Tyrannosaurs do not do the same. So it looks like we will possibly have to fight off a Vinegar Rune. So let's see if this guy's across the bridge. Okay, yeah, there's the land-bound dragonling. Yeah, is he young? No kidding. Alright, I want to beat up this Stricta first, just so that he's not giving me any trouble. Because you know how I am about that sort of thing. Something gets in my way while I'm trying to do a scene, then it doesn't help. It just makes things go longer. And it's dead. Right, so let's speak with this land-bound dragonling. The warmth of this cave makes for sound sleep, but now I grow hungry. What do you want? Well, your brother is worried about you. My brother calls? Then I must leave. Well, that was simple enough. Alright. Well, actually we won't, use the Aetherite this time. We'll just run back. We'll just run back because, yeah, it didn't take that long to complete this challenge. So, with all that taken care of, I know for a fact that there's still going to be some side quests in and around Anyx Trine. We can always come back and complete them. In fact, there are side quests that are back in Ishgard that I never touched because we just wanted to focus so primarily on main story. Like, as I mentioned before, I will only take side quests if I absolutely have to. If I run into a situation where I cannot advance with the main story until it is required of me to take more side quests. So, we're almost out of Morn and almost back to Annx Trine. And so I'm sure this indomitable wyvern will be happy about his brother's return. Hey there. Thank you. I was right to call on you. Little one, where is your gratitude? You must forgive him. He is not accustomed to speaking with your kind. Do not worry. I will deal with him. And so away he goes. And another 28,000 experience points is mine. Alright, we're doing quite well. So, yeah, let's go. Yeah, since there is still another challenge available within the grounds of Annx Trine, let's go ahead and check it out. I mean, we have time to do so. And I might as well just get them all out of the way now instead of having to run all the way back to do more later. Alright, let's try and remember how to get out of this place as far as this floor. Alright, there it is. So, let us make our way further up. Because, yeah, the last fate, or rather the last quest in this case, will be at the summit of Anyx Trine. Once we get to the top of the tower, we should be able to find our challenge. And it'll come from Gulankambi. So let's go ahead and speak with Gulankambi to take on... Oh, there's two different challenges she has. So, why don't we start with the first one, a level 53 entitled No Smoking Allowed. Gulankambi is wrinkling her nose at something. The putrid stench of Nath lingers in the air. Stop the fumes that pour from their primitive playthings. I sense 3 in total not far from here. You must stop all of them. Alright, so... is she pointing me north of here? Because I didn't see an arrow that will direct me to the where the challenge will... Oh, disable the Nath devices. Yeah, they're going to be all the way down there. Alright, well then... let's just use the quick warp to go back down to the bottom of the tower. And then we'll move on from there. But yeah, it's going to take quite a while to climb up the tower now, since we're going to have to do it so much. Alright, leaving the tower. Leaving the tower and making our way to deal with some Nath. So let's hope that we can encourage these Naths to quit smoking. Yeah, like, what do you think you're doing, smoking? Like, that sort of practice is discouraged. In fact, I saw a video on the React channel a few days ago that actually had teenagers reacting to TV cigarette commercials from the 50s and 60s, which was pretty crazy in itself. Alright. I get the feeling that we will be engaging in combats once we start dealing with these things. Well, maybe not. We should be careful to check out all sides so that we're not missing anything. Alright. Yeah, these things are going to be probably pretty cleverly hidden, but I do see peculiar device again. Or in this case, peculiar sensor. So let's go ahead and disable this one too. Alright, that's 2 of them down. Yeah, this is certainly quite a large expanse to cover. Hopefully the wyverns aren't going to be too much of an issue, and yep, there's number 3 right here. Yeah, we never had to engage in combat. That's pretty cool. And when you don't have to engage in unnecessary combat, that's always helpful. Alright, back to Anyx Trine. And we know what that means, right? Of course you do. More climbing of stairs. Alright, summon Chocobo. And let's continue climbing. Legendary stairs time! Yeah! And resume climbing. Climb up these stairs. So yeah, about that React video, that was pretty crazy to see some of the reactions, especially to the last one, because they actually featured a smoking commercial, a cigarette commercial that featured the Flintstones of all things. And it was the biggest reaction they got from that, because some of them looked pretty pissed off that the Flintstones of all characters were being featured in cigarette ads. Especially when one guy said, "I take Flintstones vitamins!" Because yeah, it certainly seems like a stark contrast to go from doing cigarette commercials to doing vitamin ads. That is quite a stark contrast. So let's speak with Golden Kami to complete this challenge. The scent of Nath, it fades. This is not the last of their impudence. Of this I am sure. But for now I can protect my eggs in peace. And so, another 28,000 experience comes our way, and since Golden Kami has another quest for us, we might as well complete it while we're here. And of course, yeah, she actually has quite a few, so let's take on the next level 53 challenge entitled Like Naths to a Flame. Golden Kami is drumming her claws on the floor, a look of lividity clear on her face. The primal Ravana has fallen and the Nath grow restless. They would lash out against Khal Nick, against my children yet unborn. I sense the presence of Nath approaching the tower. 3 in total. You must slay those who would do my children harm. I don't think that'll be an issue. Oops, no, I don't want to be on my chocobo for this. I just want to warp back down to the bottom. I simply wish to warp back down to the bottom. That's all I'm interested in. Alright. So it doesn't look like they're that far out. In fact, they might be right on the, to the east-western ring here, because, yeah, you can't get very far around this part by going around this way. So I imagine that some of them will be around here. Yeah, like this Nath drone right here. Let's go ahead and teach them a lesson. Where are the dragons? We must kill the dragons! Alright, time to duel. So, triple threat time! Block to Grenado. Yeah, your Grenado is nothing compared to a Tornado, or in the case of sci-fi TV in the US, a Sharknado. Like, yeah, seriously, who decided it was a good idea to recreate cheesy TV movies of the mid-90s, cheesy TV disaster movies of the mid-90s, by coming up with something like Sharknado? Like, seriously. And even came up with a sequel for it, too. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, Fox put out a whole bunch of cheesy 1990s disaster TV movies, and now Sci-Fi decided that they wanted to do the same earlier this decade. I'm sorry, where's the common sense in that? It was just bewildering to see something like that. That they would even have the audacity to come up with an idea of reviving the old and really bad notion of mid-90s disaster TV-based movies. Like, that just boggles my mind that they would come up with something like that. Alright, since we now have killed 2, there's one more to kill. And it's you, waiting right over here. You cannot keep us from the dragons! Oh yeah? You wanna bet? Why don't you take this? And maybe some of that too. Step away for a moment. And resume my onslaught. I shall smite thee, fire drone exterminator, because it will be you who is exterminated. And victory is ours. Alright. You know the routine. You'll know the routine by now. And I might as well start talking, since they have the bagpipes, I might as well start talking a little bit more Scottish in order to try and make this sound a little more interesting as we get closer to bringing this video to a close. I mean, it kinda makes sense considering that we're having to do quite a bit of work to help out Ghoul and Combi. I mean, as the Dragon Matriarch and trying to protect her eggs, it really shouldn't come as much of a surprise that she's gonna need assistance to do it. But I'm a bit surprised in a way that there aren't dragons that are willing to step up and defeat the Naths themselves. Why did it have to come to adventurers like an Asia Dragoon in order to be able to accomplish this? I mean, I know that they mean well, but I feel a bit obligated to not necessarily meddle in affairs where they aren't necessary. If the dragons want to pick a fight with the Naths, let them do it. That's how I feel. So as we go past Kashtath and going back up to the 3rd floor, it's like, what are we doing having to climb up all these stairs over and over again? I mean, can you imagine how many people would be complaining about how tedious this might be? And to be quite honest, I wouldn't blame them. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, back to Ghoul and Combi. I no longer sense their presence. Ravana and Estherals are a nuisance I am glad to be rid of, if only briefly. Thank you. And so, that's 28,000 more experience points our way. And, yeah, she's certainly got quite a number of chained quests here. So, since she has quite a few quests for us to take care of, why don't we call the episode here, because it looks like she'll keep us preoccupied for quite some time. And so, when we continue on, we'll hopefully rid Ghoul and Combi of any threats that may be of concern to her, and she can continue to watch over her eggs in peace. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we will continue to take on challenges from Ghoul and Combi as we continue to build up our experience and get ourselves a little bit more of a cushion as we make our way towards level 55. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.